with the UN Secretary General, the Executive Director of Women, about our agenda is Global Power Women Network Africa. We have also managed to take our agenda to the African Union through the chairperson of the African Union, Dr. Nkosazana Zuma. We have also managed to brief several heads of state. We have also managed to have a discussion with female ministers and female members of parliament, so that when policies are developed, or the budgets are developed at executive level, women ministers are supposed to ensure that women's issues are incorporated.
For the Executive Director of UNAIDS, Dr. Michel Sidibe, the Abuja meeting was just timely in the context of the post-2015 agenda, which he believed cannot be realized without placing women at the center of the latest development approach. Making reference to a report produced by the UN Chief Ban Ki-moon, Sidibe pointed out that committing resources to the education and health of young girls is an investment that will only give birth to stronger economies aside from other positive transformations. Nigeria's finance minister and one-time World Bank managing director, Dr. Ngozi Konjo, for her part, described this high-level convergence by the Global Power Women Network Africa as not just a meeting, but social movement as well. She based her speech on reproductive health, gender equality, and women's empowerment. Among those prominent female figures at the meeting was Malawian President. Dr. Joyce Banda was encouraged by what has been achieved thus far, especially with the decline in AIDS-related deaths since its peak in 2005. She said the meeting presented them with a golden opportunity to save the future of AIDS.
I know that the HIV and AIDS challenge is still with us. We are not yet out of the woods. Today, more than 34 million people have HIV worldwide. Of these, approximately 16.8 million are women and 3.4 million are less than 15 years old, implying that HIV and AIDS still has a face of women and the youth. However, in spite of these challenges, I believe that today, more than ever before, the world is convinced that the end of AIDS is within reach. Our determination is greater than the challenges AIDS presents. Today, we have all the tools we need to end AIDS and confine it to the history books. All we need is to take more action, and more action indeed.
Nigeria's Goodluck Jonathan, who was honored for his position on the cause of women, harped on the importance of education, healthcare, employment, as well as financial support to the girl child, calling for the removal of structural barriers that militate against their development.
I believe that if we must have social equality in Africa, we must work relentlessly to ensure that women from all strata have the opportunity to maximize their productive and creative potentials. This is essential for the prosperity and stability of our homes and society at large. One major challenge Africa faces today is the crisis of an unequal access to education, health care, and the vulnerability of our girls and women, who must demonstrate the willingness and commitment to address gender equality as a crucial strategy to achieve sustainable development and attain the Millennium Development Goals.
Later in the day, the Vice President and Minister of Women's Affairs, Dr. Esetunjai Sedi, presented a country paper on the bottlenecks and opportunities for attaining health and HIV goals, indicating that maternal and infant health in the Gambia is just free for women.
In the Gambia, we also realize, just as in the rest of Africa and the third world, that poverty and social injustice is what makes it extremely difficult for women and girls to pay for health services and social protection mechanisms. We all would agree in our various countries are generally weak and non-existent within the many of our countries as well. Either because of the lack of appropriate legal and policy environment that has not been put in place, or inadequate capacity and inability of those of us who come from developing countries to have such in place or undertake such initiatives. Because of the competing priorities of limited budget, limited resources, and priorities are competing, and therefore you have to prioritize, so it becomes difficult.
Despite some of the challenges, the Vice President told the high-profile meeting that the Gambia has long since regarded gender equality, equity, and women's empowerment as a prerequisite for the development of any nation. She also explained how the Jammeh administration continues to invest in girls and women through schemes like PEJAB, credit facilities, plus a host of international instruments and conventions signed by the country. Famara Fofana, GRTS.
Access Bank Gambia Limited has launched a new service. The Visa debit card, as Fatu just tells us, enables individuals to accept their accounts with ease and can be used in over 2 million machines worldwide.
As the banking industry in the Gambia expands and becomes more competitive, the need for new products and services couldn't be more crucial in the quest for a successful business operation. Access Bank the Gambia has introduced another new service called the Visa Debit Card. This new service allows easy access to a group or individual's account through the Visa card. It can also be used for payment of bills and purchase of goods. The card also comes in 3 types.
The Visa Classic Debit Card, which has a daily limit of $12,000. We've also got the Visa Classic Professional Card, which has a daily limit of $20,000, and the Visa Classic VIP, which has a daily limit of $40,000. These limits are mentioned in dollars because you've got a dollar, let's say you've got a dollar account, you can access it from there. But you can access it wherever you are, change it, be it sterling, dollars, euro, you can use it. But this is the account that is linked to, and it's the dollar account. Benefits of having our Visa credit cards. It is secure, it is convenient, and simple, easy to use. It gives you instant access to cash round the clock. You don't have to get stuck anywhere without cash.
Giving an overview of the bank's operations in the 9 countries it covers, Access Bank's Buba Kante spoke on the journey that traveled before building a reputation as one of the best banks in Africa.
Today, Access Bank has over 5.7 million customers with 310 branches across Nigeria. They have over 1,600 automated teller machines, ATMs. The balance sheet size is over $12.6 billion today, with a capital adequacy ratio of 18.55, which is 8.55 over the minimum regulatory requirement of 10%. In terms of liquidity, it's very liquid. Figures never lie. They are here for you. Have a look at them. The minimum requirement is 40%, they are 76%. So that tells you how liquid Access Bank is. And it is among the top 10 banks in Africa.
Introducing the service is one thing, having customers appreciate and make use of the service is another. The guest speaker at the ceremony gave some tips on how to lure customers to this new service.
This could add to the success of the product. And here are my tips. 1, look at getting the customer to accept the card. And by this I mean customer acquisition. So how do you get the cards into the hands of the customer? How do we get the customer to be willing to go to his or her branch and request for this card? Second thing, getting the customer to use the card. By this I'm referring to product adoption. So you now have the customer with his card. You need to find creative ways to make the customer to start using it. And the third thing is getting the customer to rely on his card. By this I'm referring to customer loyalty. If we can address these 3 things, the acquisition, product adoption, and loyalty, this product will be a great one.
The Visa debit card, according to officials, is secured and user-friendly. Besides, the good news is it can be used in over 2 billion ATM machines worldwide. For GRTS News, I am Fatu Jassi.
July 4th each year is observed as the Independence Day of the United States of America, and its embassy in the Gambia Thursday evening joined other American citizens around the world to celebrate their country's 237th National Day. Our Famara Fofana has more on that event attended by Gambians from different walks of life.
The United States of America gained its independence in the year 1776, and since then it has been 237 years of self-rule. The day serves as a moment of pride for most American citizens as it marks the rebirth of a nation of hope Dreamers and achievers whose independent story serve as an inspiration to overcome the legacy of inequality and injustice created by colonialism.